So transformation, what is it? What's the point of it? Is there transformation even within international education? Like at this point, with all the changes that's happening, the main question that everybody's asking, well, who wants international students? Where is there still room for that? Well, can people still go and study abroad? It's become such a business that it's the humanity part of it, the human aspect of it seems to have been negated in all these talks. It's about numbers, bottom lines, bums in seats, revenues, on all different levels, from a governmental perspective, from an institutional perspective, from a private sector perspective. There are all these talks. It's become so statistical, so numerical that it's taken the joy out sometimes of the process of a person preparing for the future. All of these transformation talks sometimes have taken the joy out of learning, the whole joy of applying to a school, dreaming, looking at the potentiality of stuff. It's gotten so bureaucratic. So I'm just wondering, at the end of the day, change is inevitable. There's going to be a time and place for everything. I'll give you an example. I remember when, up to 2012, 2013, when we did our Cup Fest fairs, on the floor, Canadian institutions were not allowed to talk about immigration after finishing your program at a Canadian institution as an international student. You can study and work, but the live part wasn't there. There were talks, or some representatives will give that insight to some students depending on how senior they were in their position, might talk about it and give persons some options. But that was not allowed. It was just study, come to a program. Our programs might allow you to get a co-op or internship or a few placement. That was it. You might be able to work part-time on it off campus, but there wasn't any talk about after, no post-graduation. There wasn't that, and being able to stay on and apply for permanent residency. That talk was not on the floor. In between 2013 and 2014, there was a change in policy, and where Canada, started a journey to increase the number of international students that they were taking on a yearly basis. They were going to increase the quota, and this talk is always met with joy because the potentiality of revenues, getting more numbers, expansion. That is what happened. Now, we knew that wasn't going to last forever, because with anything involving human beings, there's always going to be some abuse at some point, and it came. So we gave it an 8 to 10 year window, and that window would have taken us up to 2024 when the changes to the policy started to reverse. And I said that to say this. The international education industry is one that's always changing. It is an industry, it's a business. Education on the whole is a business. You can look at the state of affairs in, for example, the US to see, even at the early childhood years, education is a business. It's a purely capitalist society. So obviously there's a dollar and cents conversation that always goes into things. So transformation is inevitable. Change is inevitable. It's how you adapt. It's how you prepare yourself for it. That's it, folks.